Welcome everyone, Gabriel here. Today's vlog is about Intel Extreme Masters. The big convention in Katowice happened 3 weeks ago, it's right now, I think. Yeah, something around that. I wanted to give a summary of how I experienced this year's EAM and how I see it compared to the previous ones. Or rather, I should say, generally how the evolution of the whole thing is happening. By the way, if you haven't watched it yet, I have a little montage you can see right here on my monitor that I put up a few days after the event. It's a general show how the Intel Extreme Masters looks from the inside, in case you haven't been there. Generally, I have to admit that this year's Intel Extreme Masters was bigger, more intense, but not necessarily better than the event that happened 2 years ago and a year ago. Partially because this year they decided, the Turtle Entertainment, the guys who are the main company that organizes the whole event here in Upper Silesia, they decided to sort of split the whole event. In previous years, the whole Expo was basically accompanying the main arena, and in this year they kind of split them in half. The Expo was happening in the newly opened and newly built International Conference Center, and the main arena was basically filling up the arena spodek, which is a good and a bad thing in a sense. Good because, for example, I'm vaguely interested in esports. I like it. I do like the whole idea of esports, but I don't watch esports streams. I don't follow League of Legends, StarCraft 2, Counter-Strike. I don't actually do that really that often. And the thing is, I was more interested in the Expo. That was actually where I was. As you can see, I have the guest media badge, and as well, two things that I acquired this year is the Intel Extreme Masters special Media Day t-shirt I have on me, and the little dog tag from Mass Effect series that I bought for myself because I love the series. And coming back to Intel, generally the thing I like is the atmosphere, the basic idea behind this whole conference. But there are also some points that I would consider minuses. First of all, the whole event takes up 4 days. I think last year it was estimated that the whole convention gathered during the whole time around 70,000 people. And this year, because it was in 2 buildings, it was even estimated that 100,000 people went through it. Which is great, which is phenomenal and superb, but has its problems as well. First of all, the event starts around midday, and the whole venue is opened to late night, basically, 10 p.m., 11 p.m. even. And to be honest, when you have the venue open so long, it is exhausting. Not only for people like me who were there because our job or our interest somehow put us there, for media people, people who have the expositions there, and all the people from organization. But the thing is, I saw many people who were there non-stop. I was like, there was no half an hour when I haven't seen them. And it was the regular customers, regular people who came in. The thing is, they don't have actually any place where they can sit beside the arena. They don't have any place where they can rest for a moment or two. I imagine some of those people were actually going around in the crowd for hours and hours. And I think that should be rectified, that should be changed. And the other thing that actually kind of blew my mind is the amount of young people, especially on Friday. A lot of children were not at school, and they should be. The event is created in such a way that it spans over the weekend, so those children as well can go and participate. Basically everyone can go and participate because the Intel Extreme Masters is open. You can go there. You have to stand in the line, that's true, but you can go there and be there. The problem is, those children were there at hours that I was certain they should be at school. Something should be done with that. And I won't mention the little brat who was quite famous because of what he said during the time he stood in the line. That was just insanely stupid. And I don't want to touch that subject. Generally, I like the fact that the Intel Extreme Masters is expanding to sum up this material, but at the same time, it might be a good idea to allow the people who are in to have a little time off, because it is very intense, and that's one thing I'm certain. It is very intense. The Intel Extreme Masters experience, whether you go there because of esports or because it's a electronic festival to some degree, it is intense, and there is no place where you can sit down, where you can, well, beside the places where you can eat. But everything is also very overpriced there, which you can expect out of an open convention. But I like it. I like the fact that it is here, and I hope that it will, from an organizational point of view, you know, the whole logistics of the show and the expo, I would like them to put a little bit more thought into some of those little things, because I think that when the event was happening in one place, only in Spodek, it was much more under control. And now, because it's growing, it's getting a little bit chaotic, to say the least. You can be sure that I will try to cover those types of events if I'll have the opportunity. Feel free to jump to a link you have here that shows you Intel Extreme Masters from the perspective of my camera, and basically, if you haven't been there, I highly recommend try your luck standing in the line next year and participating in this phenomenal event. Thank you for your time. As always, my name is Gabriel. Hope to see you next time. Ciao.